Hey everybody, it's Trauma, host of the Heavy Metal ICU on MetalNationRadio.com. Tune in Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern for the best in metal on MetalNationRadio.com. United we rock.
Hey, this is Paolo from Trivium, and you're listening to Trauma on the Heavy Metal ICU.
Hey, this is Trauma with the Heavy Metal ICU here with Paolo from Trivium. How's it going, man?
Going pretty good.
So, how's the tour treating you so far?
It's been good. I mean, we're creeping up to the end of it, and kind of came out of nowhere, so I think that's a good sign that it's been well.
I can't wait to hear the new album. Interviewed Dave Draymond a little while ago.
Oh, awesome.
And he played here in Pittsburgh at the Rostrey Rice Gardens, and he said, wait till you hear it, you're going to be amazed.
Yeah, he's definitely been championing us, man. He's a real, he was a great guy to work with. I mean, aside from just the musical aspect of it, it was just a pleasure working with him. Really inspiring to work with a guy, you know, who's been so successful, but at the same time such a humble and nice person, and has kind of kept everything in perspective. So that's definitely always a great, just a great thing to see. And then as a producer, he was awesome. He got in there and just, you know, really worked on every aspect, every facet of the band, whether it was vocals, lyrics, or each of us individually musically, and just working the songs into, you know, being big songs on their own. And he was just a driving force behind the project, you know, when we were in Austin.
I've seen your new video, have it up on my website, heavymetalicU.com. Big fan of it. Sounds really good.
Thank you.
It seems like with Trivium, every album seems to be their coming-of-age album. Like,
yeah.
Like In Waves, that's my favorite album by you guys. Wow. As of now.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, with Strife, it's looking like that's going to be one of my favorite albums. But
I guess that's kind of the key is, you know, you want to keep progressing and maturing as a band, but we've always kind of, I think with this album, we definitely take everything we've done and just have really now formed it into the Trivium sound. I think we started it with In Waves. I think we really, you know, got it really close to being that, but with Vengeance Falls it was just that step further. I think David being in the process this time definitely helped us to really have a clear vision and a goal with this record. And we just took a while to do it, and I think we did a pretty good job.
Like I said, Vengeance Falls, it's coming out the 16th? 15th. So everybody make sure you get it legally and support the band. So with all the albums you've put out, what is your favorite song to play live?
That's really tough. Well, I guess on this tour, definitely playing the new stuff has been fun. Strife is great. I think Shogun's probably one of the most fun songs to play in the set. It's unlike anything else in our set. Also, on the tour, we're the only band that really has a song like that. So it definitely is a different type of song to play live when, you know, you're playing 11 minutes and it's going through all the different changes. It's fun for us as musicians.
So, got a question for you that was brought up in our chat room. Mm-hmm. What is up with you and your cat?
What's up with him? Just trying to cash in on the cat craze, you know.
Yeah, because every picture of you with your cat, you're doing something with the cat. So it's like he's going to take over Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, I know. That's my goal. He's my retirement plan.
Okay, so you're endorsed with BC Rich, and that's one of your signature basses. It's amazing. I saw that you gave one away recently online. Any changes coming up with your bass? Not your sponsor for it, your endorsement, but your styles of bass or anything you're looking for?
Right now I'm playing an all black Warlock that I had to make me. I'm not sure if it's going to be released yet. I just wanted a new bass for the tour cycle. Probably, I think I'll see some of those guys maybe in LA, so we'll start talking about stuff like that. I hope we can release it or something like it, you know, early next year.
And when you were younger, going to shows and everything, you looked up on the stage and saw these guys, and you were just totally amazed as a child. And then now you're up on the stage and you see the kids looking at you. Do you have any advice for these kids that are seeking the profession?
I guess just be prepared to really work hard, and not get discouraged when things aren't the way you would picture them to be. You have to really work hard at anything in life, but definitely with this, I think you have to keep in mind, it takes a while, and not every band's career path goes the same way, so you have to kind of stick to it, and it can take a while. It may never happen, but if you're lucky enough to at least be where we're at, you just have to kind of stick with it.
Okay, and another question from our chat room. Everybody seems to be eating their way on tour with you. So what is the story behind the pictures with every meal?
Well, Matt and I definitely like to go find good spots, and there's definitely no shortage of good food now in the States. I think everywhere you go, whether it's out in the middle, Midwest, you can find really killer spots. I think a lot of chefs seem to be moving out, from the big cities into these small areas. It's probably a lot cheaper for them. So, today we're going to a place called Meat and Potatoes that we've been, and it's right downtown here. It's amazing. It's at that gastropub, New American style. You can't go wrong with that. They usually have everything from the stuff Matt likes, like yesterday we ate at a place that was like a full pork head, like cut in half, and you can just eat everything. It's, or you just get a good burger, so it's kind of that in-between right there, like, you can get all those things, and we just love to enjoy ourselves out here and not just stick to being, stuck at the venue eating catering or just lunch meat every day. I mean, we definitely, sometimes you do, but just keeps things interesting, more fun, and we have the unique opportunity to tour all over the world, so may as well
make it some pretty bizarre food that you guys
live our travel network show out here.
Oysters on a snare drum was
that was actually amazing. That was a great restaurant. We got hooked up because the guy that owns that restaurant, amongst a few others, he caters a big festival called Heavy MTL, and we met them there. I think we might have been the only band that actually went up and talked to people making the food, and we're like, hey, this is great, you guys are amazing. We found out a couple of them were on Top Chef in Canada. The guy that owns the restaurant has his own show called Chuck's Day Off on Food Network, or maybe it was on one of those cooking channels, and we told them we were going to be in town, and they invited us down. We just said, bring us everything, and that was it.
Now, I bumped into you at Mayhem a few years back, and I think it was Ace Frehley here in Pittsburgh. You played at the Rib Cook-Off, right across the river where the soccer stadium is. Dream Theater, that's right, Dream Theater.
That would have been cool if it was Ace Frehley. I want to meet
There was maybe 200 people at the show. That was about it.
What, the
Ace Frehley show?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't too good. But, I mean, it was a good show, but it wasn't good turnout for it. Now, what are some of your best memories of On the Road? Like one of your best stage stories that you have that you can share?
Stage stories. I mean, in terms of shows we
Some
played.
of the craziest things you've seen, and fondest memories of
every
tours.
time we played the festivals overseas, it's definitely, some of the most amazing shows. Honestly, if I could pick something off this tour that was great, the Montreal show was really mind-blowing. It was really just incredible. I don't know what it was. Everything just seemed to click that day, when it's just the show goes good, the day was good, and it just all kind of led up to that being a great show.
And there was a lot of Metal Nation Radio people up there. Joanne, she's photographed you before.
Oh, cool.
And she was up there, and the owners, we had some people from Pittsburgh representing that won some tickets off of us and got to go for the show. They said it was amazing. It was just
awesome.
They said it was just like this sea of people.
Yeah, it was it's just really good show, and nowadays, or at least this fall, there's so many tours going out, and it's really awesome that people can still make it out to so many shows. They got a lot to pick from, so we're always thankful that people come out and support us.
So what do you think of the state of metal in the United States? Like when you play at Wacken and everything overseas, they're already sold out, I think, for next year, 75,000 tickets or something.
It's like night and day kind of thing. Maybe it's it just has to do a lot with the culture. Like, I think it's like a different vibe. People go to festivals. They make the festivals their vacation pretty much, whereas people here might go Bahamas. People go to Vakken open air for the weekend for their vacation. So it's kind of a different mindset. I think the people that really love metal and are really passionate about it, in the States are some of the best in the world. We see and meet some of our fans that come out to every show and have every single shirt, CD, everything we have. I just think it's different in America of how people discover it, and I just think because our country's so big, and it's different because unless you're really on the radio, you don't get to the mass audiences as much. It's different, but it's not to say that it's not as good here. I just think it's almost like so spread out that it's much tougher to gauge it that way. Whereas in Germany and mainland Europe, it's different. They kind of discover music a lot differently there, and I think the festivals help.
I'm looking forward to next year. We might be going up to Heavy MTL. So
that's like the best.
They said that was sick.
I think that's the best. I wish. It's just tough because you could never really pick one spot where you could do a festival like that in the States. But if people could kind of experience the whole going to a festival, kind of camping out, 3-day big show thing, I think it'd be awesome. I just don't know where or how you can make it happen. It was cool that Metallica did their Orion Festival. That's kind of it's a 2-day festival, right? So I guess that's kind of the same thing. I don't know if people camped out for it, but essentially that's what it is.
Now, where do you see Trivium in the next couple of years? That your vision of Trivium in the next couple of years?
It's kind of tough. I guess a lot of it depends on this album and this cycle. I think we're 6 albums in, so it's really hard to say, and things change so quickly with music. I think I would definitely, if we can just keep growing and keep touring the world, that would be where I envision us in the next few years, and headlining a lot more. That I would hope would be the goal. 60 to 70 minute co-headlining isn't cutting it anymore. We have too many albums, too many songs. People want to hear everything, so we need at least 90 minutes now.
Not bad. I could deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, when we do our headliners in Europe, it's never less than 90 minutes. It's like, if it's anything less than 15 or 16 songs in the set, it's like it feels like we're just missing so much.
Yeah, I know at Mayhem, when you guys played, it seemed like you were only on the stage for 10 minutes. I mean, you were on longer than 10 mintes, but you had so much energy and everything when you guys came out.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, if we play a festival again like that and we have to play 30, 40 minutes, at this point we're going to have to just start picking an album and playing it, because it's like not even easy for us to pick the songs. Like, even on this tour, we wanted to play Shogun, but we knew we were going to have to drop like 2 songs at least to kind of fit that song in, and so many people have been wanting that, but then I feel bad because we're dropping songs that other people want to hear, and it's just, you can't really win at this point. You look at like Metallica and Iron Maiden, it's like you can't really, there's never a bad Iron Maiden Metallica set, but you're always missing 1 or 2 songs. You're like, oh, I would have loved to hear that one tonight.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
We're kind of getting to that point where like 6 albums deep, we're definitely not able to fit everything in 60, 70 minutes.
Okay, and if you could form your ideal dream band, living or dead musicians, what would it be?
I'd probably have Dio on vocals for sure. Let's see, drummer. What did I get for drums? That's so tough. There's so many. Let me pick guitars first. I'd probably do. I'd put Randy Rhoads in there. That'd be interesting. Randy Rhoads, Dio. That'd be an interesting combination. Drums. I could probably put Vinnie Paul in there, because like he's kind of he did all the aggressive stuff with Pantera, but at the end of the day, he's kind of like a rock drummer at heart. So probably do some cool stuff, and then of course I'd be the bass player. That'd be our power group.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take up your time because I know you got to go on stage here soon. So, anything you'd like to say to your fans?
thank you guys for supporting us, man. It's the only reason we're out here and still doing this after eight years of touring. So, thank you.
Okay, this is Trauma with Paula from Trivium. Have a good one. Peace.
We may not be qualified psychiatrists, but our music is great therapy. Metal Nation Radio, keeping you sane 24/7, 365 days of the year. The only medication you will ever need.